Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for week number 3 of the PIEA Spring Split. This is going to be a match of titans here of Penn Manor versus Garnet Valley. Two teams. One won the entire thing last year, the other making it to top 4. This is going to be an absurd matchup. Caden, Bayer, take it away from here. What are we looking at through these compositions?
All right, thank you, Cherry. So on the side of Penn Manor, it looks like we are running a heavy brawl, which I have seen multiple times out of them, especially with that Lucio and the May Reaper coming in. And on the side of Garnet Valley, it looks like we've got a Diva playing into this, so hopefully we can see some controlling of the high ground, as well as perhaps some sleeps coming out of Cheeto here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There's going to be Tech coming through, immediately getting the first kill, going to take down Lumpy Chicken. Extremely necessary pick. There's Neko falling down as well. Already, Tech finding as much as you could possibly ask for. Missing the sleep. It's going to be Cheeto falling. And already, Garnet Valley falling to their death with Butters getting staggered out.
Alright, thank you, Sherry. That's definitely going to be a big stagger on the part of Diva there. Definitely delay that. Rotate back.
I need to ask you here. Do you think that there's any way that we can really see this Zarya pick coming through from Butters, changing the pace of this game going forward?
The Zarya will definitely be interesting going into the May. You just gotta be really careful that you don't get walled off, because you definitely have that melting power coming out of the Reaper.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at this, you're going to see that May wall come through. Do you think that it's going to just be this Reaper falling? Do you think there's anything that Garnet Valley can possibly do to change this?
Tech getting low there. Got the Discord alarm on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Tech falling there. This is exactly what happened when we played them earlier.
Traded.
Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking like Garnet Valley can finally make something happen. However, despite having no tank, it does seem like Penn Manor is still able to just collapse all over Garnet Valley's players. Now, Dire, I need to ask you here, okay? We saw Tech falling earlier. Do you think that this is going to be a continuous problem, or do you think that now that Zenyatta is no longer in play, that the Tech is just going to be able to survive longer than ever?
So that first time around, we definitely saw the Reaper go off to the left. If you're looking at the side of Garnet Valley, they went off to the left, and then the Zarya sort of followed. So it seemed like Tech's attention was being brought between two different sides. So maybe we'll see the same thing again, although maybe Garnet Valley knows how to combat it this time.
Yeah, I mean, this Blizzard is putting in a lot of work here. Already shooting, finding 2 kills. Butters getting taken down. Lumpy Chicken as well. 3 ultimates are remaining here. There's no more Blizzard, but that's not going to stop Penn Manor whatsoever. Need a peek at TV. Still 83 on the ult. Once you get that, it's not a very impactful ult, but it's going to be able to get something. There's going to be the stagger. Finally, Nikto able to get that kill you so desperately need if you're Garnet Valley. But when it's 88 to nothing, there's going to be the Coalescence coming through. Annihilation as well. Finally jumping to Chicken, trying to find anything. However, that Coalescence is going to burn him down. There's Butters getting taken down. Lumpy Chicken as well. Tech finding that pick. This is so necessary. Finally, the point cuts into the touch, and with that Coalescence, that might be exactly what you need. However, a beat to oppose it is going to stop that in its tracks. And Garnet Valley on the ball, trying to make anything happen here. But with Lumpy Chicken getting taken down, it's all up to Butters to make something happen. And with no time remaining, it's not going to be the case.
Right.
Now, Dire, I need to ask you here, going into this, that was a stump on the side of Penn Manor. Do you think that there's anything that Garnet Valley can really even do to make a comeback here?
I feel like it's definitely an issue I've seen a lot going against Brawl comps. You definitely can't... It always feels like you can't get enough damage out onto the other team. So it looks like we've got that's Tracer, that's her name. Tracer and a Genji coming out. Hopefully... Oh, I didn't look at the other side. We got 2 Tracers on both sides. We have a Genji and a Symmetra. So it'll definitely be interesting to see the DPS swap up here with those, hopefully, or perhaps flanking Tracers and the Symmetra TP up on the main point coming out from Penn Manor. Although it looks like we have a last-minute swap from Garnet Valley, too.
Yeah, it does seem like they're going to use that TP to try and get the team onto point, go back onto the Tracer, and Jumpy Chicken versus Shunim on the Tracer pick. I'm gonna be honest, I take Shunim 10 times out of 10 here. He has been so performant here, but no, that knockback comes finds Nikto, and this is going to be so necessary to make this happen quick, and it takes
another one.
Even more! Dire, what is happening? There's 4, there's going to be 5 by the looks of it, and Cheeto getting staggered out. Oh my god. Oh.
IJV definitely looks like a bit of a powerhouse on the boops on the side of the map here. Looks like Garnet Valley's got to be really careful for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, when you look at this, he's already at 42% ult charge. That beat is going to be able to counteract anything. And jumpy chicken! You can't allow that to happen. Where is this man's team when you need him? And shoot him, just being allowed to get as much damage as you could possibly ask for. You can't do anything to stop him. He's impossibly going on a rampage here, and Steel almost getting taken down. But Nikto is unable to finish off that kill. Will anything be able to come off of this?
Right, well, it looks like we're getting close to our first ult here, coming out of Shunim, and Moira on the side of Garnet Valley is also pretty close, so we gotta look out for those sometime soon. Maybe in the next push.
Absolutely. Oh my god, there's Jumping Chicken already falling, and it looks like the ultimates are going to have to come out soon. There's the Coalescence coming through. Diva Bomb as well, going to be utilized, but Steel finds him out! There's going to be Steel finding the headshot there, and it's going to be the point. Swapping over, but no, the Dire, how do you even say... How does that even happen? I mean, that comeback is absurd, being able to utilize those ults so well and make it happen.
Yeah, definitely losing the tank in the first few seconds of that fight definitely made a big difference. And then the stuck pulse bomb halfway through basically sealed their fate.
I mean, we're going into this tech trying to use the Annihilation. However, that is going to be a beat to counteract that completely. There's going to be Hinder trying to stop him, but it can't do anything. There's going to be even more value. The Pulse Bomb unable to find him, but no, tech doesn't even matter. He's finding as much as you could possibly want. And with 86% Jumpy Chicken getting found out, there's going to have to be a touch, and it's got to happen now.
Looks like that touch is going to come out from Butters, Cherry.
You think he's even
going to get there?
Yeah, I mean, he's having a little bit of a rough time already using the right click. Nope, and there's going to be the round.
Alright, looks like we're going on to map 2. Well,
I mean...
Yeah, map 2.
Dire, how do you even... That was a roll from Penn Manor, to say the least. Do you think that there's anything that Garnet Valley can really do? What kind of composition would you like to see Garnet Valley push out to really counteract this brawl comp that we've seen Penn Manor running so beautifully?
Again, I definitely feel like playing into this heavy brawl that Penn Manor plays, you really have to be careful how much damage you're putting out, because you're definitely going to be taking a lot of damage, and they won't be taking a lot of damage. So perhaps a change up in the healers, perhaps, just to keep your team up, or just keep experimenting with different things, or try and focus on the healers of Penn Manor first. But definitely, Cherry, it'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second game.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, when you look at these, who do you think, like, at least in that first map, on the side of Penn Manor was really, like, pushing through with the most value? Would you say that that would have to be Tech? Since I think we only saw him die, like, a total, like, 3-4 times that entire map.
I definitely saw a lot come out of Tech, and in that second map there, we definitely saw a lot come out of Shunim on the Tracer. He was definitely getting those picks and that damage and the 1 or 2 sticks across the board there, and I definitely feel like that kind of needs to be dealt with, although it's really difficult.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that, it's like, I remember back when we played them, Shunim, when they had Tech on that Ramatra, he was only playing Mei that entire time. But with him on this interesting dive type composition with a Ramatra to play into the brawl, I don't know what to expect if on the second map we're going to be going on to a bit of a more dive oriented composition depending on the map. What do you think going into this?
It's definitely very interesting. Certainly that Penn Manor stays on the same composition every single time, and it looks like we're going to be switching sides here. It certainly gives you the chance to change up your comp before they change theirs, just to try and see something happen. However, that's definitely difficult against what they're playing, as has been shown here.
And it does seem like Butters is going to be getting swapped out here. I guess the ball gameplay that he was using to touch the point is not going to be enough. And I mean, I think that swap is going to be something that is going to help them. You know, you need to try and change out your compositions and make some new things work here. I mean, going into that, we're going to be seeing Sneaky Turtle, who is known for his Reaper gameplay, as I do remember he was doing against us in the Fall Brawl, and it looked very good. I mean, I like it. I think it's going to be able to put out a lot of damage towards Tech. What do you think on that, though?
What did you say he played again? Did you say Reaper?
Reaper. He's very good at that.
Oh, that's scary. Definitely on the Reaper, as we could see from wasn't shooting him. But definitely we can see from the side of Penn Manor that Reaper is definitely capable of putting out a lot of damage. Hopefully he can try and focus perhaps a little bit on the tank or the upfront DPS players. Especially if he gets walled off, he might be able to at least slow down a little bit with that Wraith he has before he can get picked off and his team can bust through the wall, I guess. So hopefully we'll see extra damage coming out of that Reaper.
Yeah, going into this next map, we're going to be seeing this on Numbani. Do you think we're just going to be seeing dive compositions coming out from the attack and defense here? Or do you think we're going to be seeing... What are your thoughts going into this map?
Well, both sides have been... Well, as you said, for Garnet Valley now, we definitely have the chance of seeing a Reaper. So I don't think we could play too much Winston into a Reaper on both sides, especially Reaper being Winston's known counter, I guess. However, perhaps seeing something from other tanks like Diva or Junker Queen, who I've known have been played a lot less, would definitely be interesting. Although it looks like we might be starting with a Diva and a Malga from each side. It looks it's almost like we're swapping tank players here. And definitely a switch in the healers and DPS too from Garnet Valley.
Yeah, I will admit, I was wrong. No, we are not seeing that Reaper coming through from Garnet Valley. Instead, we'll be seeing that Cassie. Do you think that's going to be much of an impact change on the team? Or do you think that it's just going to be like the very similar composition coming through?
Well, if you have a Cassidy that it's not really called a flashbang anymore, but that little bomb he throws with the inhibitability might definitely be powerful grenade on their 4 different, or all 5 of Penn Manor's team is movement based. So you might want to be a little bit careful of that. However, you definitely have the Diva Matrix that can eat any kind of negative thing coming out from Garnet Valley.
Yeah, absolutely. Already, we're going to be seeing that first kill coming out from Lumpy Chicken. It's going to be Tech finding that. So that's very much necessary. Suzu comes out as well. There's going to be Nidapika. He's getting himself kept alive. And Tech at a very low HP. He's just going to be finding even more. Defense already falling even hard. Nikto getting taken down. There's Sneaky Turtle. Jumpy Chicken as well. And IGV finishing out that fight with 3 minutes and 28 seconds on the board. Already, the point has been taken for the side of Penn Manor.
Definitely looked like that, getting that first pick on the Junkrat slowed down the whole push. And it looks like we have Shunim going around the back here, so Garnet Valley's definitely got to be careful. It's getting that all charged pretty fast.
Look at this, and already it doesn't look too good for Penn Manor, though. Tech at a very low HP, and along with that, you know, he's not really getting that sustainability you really need. Where the Kiriko is, I think he's on him now, but it just doesn't look that good. Lumpy Chicken's trying to find that engagement. I mean, Dire, what do you think here?
Well, it certainly looks like one DPS from either side is distracted at the moment, so it looks like it'll just be a temporary 4v4 until one of them turns around. But it definitely looks very interesting. It looks like as soon as Tech got the high ground, not Penn Manor, Garnet Valley had to push back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're looking at this fight, and you're going to be seeing those ultimates coming through right about now. There's going to be that dragon coming through. There's the pulse. It's going to find a Lumpy Chicken and shoot him. Keeps going for more. There's the distort placed on him, but I don't think that's going to be able to find him for very much longer. Steel has that Katuna Rush. You're going to want to try and use her if you want to win this fight. He's just playing that high ground, though. It looks like he might need to go for a TP if he wants to keep up Tech, but no. Tech falls out. He finds Cheeto, though. That's both supports getting taken down, and he's going to try and bomb just to get back in.
Ooh,
and Sneaky Turtle falling. I mean, Dire, have you ever just been under a car and that's fallen on you?
Personally, no, not quite yet.
Yeah, it seems like Sneaky Turtle has, though, and he's gonna have to pay for it in full. Finding his death there, Cheeto finding something, but it's not gonna be enough with Lumpy Chicken falling to counter that push out in a TPS. I mean, you know, you used to be saying things like support have more value than DPS, but in this current meta, I'd say that DPS is worth so much more than a support's life.
The DPS was definitely scary. And I remember back in the days of the April Fools patches when that Diva Bomb was first introduced, it's definitely become a very interesting part of some, I guess, team behavior.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, look at this. Ultim's coming through. There's a beat. There's going to be the Katuna Rush to go with it. We might be seeing Tech have his next ult here, but no, there's going to be the ending Katuna Rush for inside of Nikto. That's not going to be good for them. Sneaky Turtle gets taken out, however, there's going to be Cheeto as well. Nidapika finding so much value here. Jumpy Chicken, he has that sustainability, but it's not going to be around for long. There's the Katuna coming through, and Tech finding the final kill. 4 minutes 50. You need to bring this home, and you need to bring this home now if you're Penn Manor. Shouldn't finding that pulse
That's not a good
grenade.
start.
Yeah, this does not look too good whatsoever. The lamp has already been used, and it looks like this is not going good. Both supports already taken down. Dire, this might just be over.
Over as soon as it started.
I think they used, what, 10, 20 seconds in that last fight at max.
I don't even know what to say into this. It's definitely very scary, those early picks that Shunim is capable of getting. You just have to be really careful. I don't want to say clumped up, especially against that pulse bomb, but I also don't want to say don't be clumped up. Because you got to be able to take care of that tracer.
Yeah, this just... We just see Shunim hitting pulse grenade after pulse grenade, and there's nothing that Garnet Valley can do to counteract that. I mean, maybe you try the tour, maybe you try something else, but with Garnet Valley switching to the attack, is this just going to be a full hold?
You might be.
What are you expecting to see here coming through from these teams?
Well, even if we do get to 3 minutes, or not 3 minutes, 3 points on the side of Garnet Valley, they still have to hold off Penn Manor for another 4 minutes and 23 seconds, and I don't know. But it'll definitely be interesting to see if we can get some kind of anti-Shunim dive coming from Garnet Valley here, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it seems like their idea is just to try and counter dive that, which, I mean, I know our team specifically has some thoughts on how the Zenyatta is played.
Ooh.
And yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna really go here.
Well, if you can do focusing very well, perhaps on the Shunim, although he can just easily TP out. It's just, you gotta be careful because they all have movement abilities. So that Discord Orb might not get as much value as they're hoping for, but it's worth a try.
Yeah, I mean, immediately, at least, I don't know about you, but I'm looking at these comps and I'm saying I give a massive advantage to Penn Manor going into this. What do you think?
Especially now that they have the height on the very first map. Yes, it's definitely quite scary.
I mean, I don't know, really. It looks like they don't even they're not totally grouped up, which, I mean, I guess you should be doing as a dive comp, but with the Symmetra so far back, there's gonna be the engage coming through, but there's the Distorm! We talked about this! There's the cleanse coming out to try and counteract it, but no, Divas backing up, he's gonna be able to find something. Shoot him! What is this man doing? Finding two immediately! Shut this man down! But you can't! Finding all five! What can you possibly do there, Dire? This might just be it.
Well, Cherry, it's certainly very interesting working with you. Your voice changes completely when you're having fun.
Dude, I'm looking at this and I say to myself, how do you counter this? You can't. This is just Garnet Valley trying to find value. You know, Nikto, he was able to get something onto tech there. That Distorm Orb railed him down. But as soon as Steel used the cleanse, nothing came off of it. And it was just Garnet Valley falling.
Jumpy Chicken's gotta be very careful where he places these bubbles in this jump of his. Although now that he lost his Zenyatta, he might not be very willing to push in.
Yeah, I mean, Shunim's able to get that mega health back, which you so desperately need, but at 100 HP, how are you going to do much? Bump Chicken gets taken down. There's Sneaky Turtle falling off the map. You need to try and find something here. Shunim unable to get the kill immediately, but he's going to have to back up. There's the recall coming through, and he's just going to try and back up. He's going away from that mega.
Doesn't die. He doesn't die.
Much better.
I want to look at this man's stats after this game. Find out, did he die once this entire map? I don't think so.
I sure haven't seen it quite yet.
I mean, yeah, here's gonna be the next engagement coming through. Sneaky Turtle already being taken down.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't quite look like we're all moving together as a team on the side of Garnet Valley. You kind of need that. If you're playing into a very movable diva.
Yeah, this really doesn't look too good. Garnet Valley, they're not really playing together anymore. At first, it did look like they had a ton of synergy going into this, but at this point, you know, they're just not having a great time. I don't think that the energy in the room is up, and, you know, that's something you really do need in Overwatch. Going into this, what are your thoughts? Do you think that we can possibly see this Doomfist swap making any type of value changes, or do you think it's just gonna be like the Winston all over again?
I'm just hoping we don't see similar fights as to what we've been seeing before, where it's just one person run in, they lose one person, and then it's just very one-sided the rest. Hopefully this Doomfist can offer a very quick pick, unless he can't get enough healing, although it looks like he got stuck. As long as you get away from your team, that's okay. But it's just really got to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, we're going into this next fight here with only 55 seconds on the game. You need to win this, and you need to win this now. Tech using the ultimate. Not going to get anything from the self-destruct, however, and you're left with that Kitsune rush, and they want to bring this down. Bring the half down. Niku getting taken down. Love, he's at very low. And LJV, he's getting taken to very low HP, but he's not dead yet. Sneaky Turtle finding his death. Lumpy Chicken as well. Both players already on their ways to the spawn room, and Jumpy Chicken trying to find anything, taking down Tech's mech. However, you gotta finish him out if you want to make anything happen. But no, it's just gonna be JV or IJV finding that next kill, and at 22 seconds, this really does need to change.
What do we think? Can any of them touch here? Soldier might be able to get around that left side and touch the point just to try and get that overtime going. But otherwise, if it's not him, it might be the Doomfist. That's his name.
You need that Doomfist to touch here. Since you already have that nano activated, you're gonna want to put it on him. And there he goes. There's the Doomfist coming through. Already, Lumpy Chicken, however, not gonna get his life taken long. Oh, yeah, there's the application. This is actually just insane. Back visor gets pulled out. Shoot him, however, going to shut that down immediately with another pulse grenade. Cheetah finding his death as well. There's the overtime, and it's going to be a cleanse. That's going to be so necessary. There's going to be the orbital strike coming through from Jumpy Chicken, but it's not enough. And there it is. Garnet Valley 2-0'd by Penn Manor, maintaining that dominance they have showed all year long. Dire. That was an absurd matchup. And I thought that would be significantly closer than what we saw. Is this going to be just another year of Penn Manor?
I don't know. Our game against Penn Manor certainly showed some areas where we might be able to get around, so I'm sure there's ways to get around it. You just have to be really prepared to face off Shunim on the Tord with the Tracer or whatever he decides playing. Oh,
now,
that's definitely...
Before we wrap this up, one more question for you. On Wednesday, we are going to be seeing we're going to be seeing Penn Manor facing up against the fall champions in CB South. What are your thoughts on that matchup?
Well, it'll certainly be interesting. I know CB South showed very dominant performance during Fall Brawl, especially against Ephrata and Garnet Valley, and I think it was Warwick B. So it'll definitely be very interesting to see what they play. I personally haven't seen them play quite yet, so it'll definitely be an experience to see who wins that.
All right, but I gotta ask you this. All right, we're gonna have to go with the deep, heavy hitting questions here. Who is the most impactful player during that series?
If my eye was caught by anybody, it would certainly be caught between either Shunim or Tech. Definitely both showing very dominant performances. Tech was very able to make that space, get those picks, and back up to his healers when he needed to. And definitely Shunim really getting those team opening picks there to really make it easy to, I guess, win the fight.
I mean, I have to agree with you there. Shunim just did not miss, and I think he didn't have I believe, if I counted correctly, this man missed a total of 1 pulse bomb, and even that ended up getting a kill. So how could you not say that this man is going places? And Dire, do you have anything you'd like to say before we head off here?
Were you able to check to see if Shunim died at all that entire game?
I was unable to check. I'm sure we'll get those stats eventually, though.
Yeah, those will definitely be interesting. I do not have anything else to add.
Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been our pleasure to cast for all of you in this amazing matchup today, and make sure to come back next week for even more fantastic matches with the PIEA, and we are out.